Welcome back to ASA Pub News Broadcasting. We're here with DC Cole, author DC Cole, and her husband Shayne, and they're from what part of Michigan was it again? Fremont, Michigan. So if anyone knows where that's at, I'm not extremely sure. I heard it's about an hour north of Grand Rapids, correct? All right, so somewhere in the glove. It's a little bit farther. So we're going to get right into it. Let's start it with the book that you actually do have released right now with the ASA Pub News, right, with the ASA Pub. What is the name of the book, just for you guys?
Mommy, what are all the lights on the bus for?
All right, and what were you exactly going for with this? Or is this, how did it get started, and, you know, kind of background on this?
I was waiting for the bus with my son, and he asked 1,000 questions, and then I did some research about bus safety.
Okay.
And
that's where it just kind of came from there, and so you kind of, is the son, like, has he mentioned, like, special guests or anything like that? Like, did you dedicate any part to it? Would you say it's kind of dedicated? Okay.
Yes.
So, and we also noticed you have some other books coming out. They're not actually out yet. They're going to be coming out. And go ahead and tell me, what's the name? So we have the children's book is
Truth or Lie.
Truth or Lie, and then there's a romance novel.
And mystery romance type.
Mystery and romance novel. Okay, and that is called the Trust Only No One or something like that. Correct. Are you excited? Which one are you more excited? Do you have any that you're?
All of them.
You're all excited.
Yeah.
Oh, how did you exactly get started? Like, how many years ago exactly this started?
About 4 or 5.
4 or 5 for actually, you'd never really done any writing before, just kind of jumped into it, or how did that process?
I've always written. I just never really done anything with it until about 5 years ago. I started writing my first mystery romance novel.
Okay. And how did exactly, so you had written other things, you just never tried to get them out there, or just like shared them with family exactly? Or?
No, I just wrote them.
Just wrote them? Have you seen any of these or read any
No.
of these? Or?
No, she won't let me read them.
Keeps them hidden in a safe somewhere locked away?
Yeah.
Or? All right. What about exact process? Because that's what we're about here, getting undiscovered author talents, you know, poets and all these things. You know, what was that process like for you, coming in to, you know, be able to get your book to a publishing company and just the whole kind of the whirlwind process here? What's it been like?
A lot of research.
A lot of research. What was it you were telling us a little before this out here? How did you first do it? Did you get on the yellow page? Is that what you were telling me she did?
Yeah.
So you just pulled out a yellow page book and just kind of like flipping through there? Or?
Internet yellow pages.
Oh, the internet. Oh, I'm thinking the book, like getting through there and kind of flipping through that. All right. Right. I know. I was kind of surprised about that. So.
I don't even think I know where it is.
Yeah.
So what happened? How did you contact Stephen? What was that process like? Just kind of explain it a little bit. Just let some of the authors out there maybe are watching like you. Would have you liked something like this when you were, you know, younger? You wrote since you were young, correct? Mm-hmm. So if you could have maybe turned on a TV station and seen something like this, would that have been exciting for you to think, oh, maybe I could get something like? So what was your process about? Just a little bit at all. Just go ahead and anything you want to share with them. Not a.
I don't really know.
All right. Well, I tell you what. I got some other questions for you. What about I'm not exactly sure how many there are. There are the 2 we mentioned, the Truth or Lie. Mm-hmm. Yes, and that's a children's book. And then we have the Trust Only No One. And then there are some other books, correct?
That I'm working on, yes.
You're still in work in progress? Mm-hmm. And does she let you glance at these at all? Or?
Not necessarily. Well, I do a little reading over the shoulder, you know, catch a line or two like that.
She really keeps this a secret, huh?
Yeah,
She's
she
on
does.
Lockdown?
Yes.
Have you snuck anything?
No, I usually respect her privacy, and when she's ready to show me, she shows me it, and I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm her biggest fan.
Yeah. Just so we're clear, the 2 books we've mentioned here are not actually available to the public yet. They will be within the next week or so, I believe. And you actually have a book event coming up here at the Book Nook here in Monroe, Michigan. Not me to say that. So we're here in Monroe, Michigan, and that is, what is the date on that? Is that August?
August 27th.
27th. So if anyone would like to come down for that and see, see DC Cole, then we can you can come in and see her. And will you be there? You think, or?
I'm thinking so.
Yeah. You're gonna try and make it out.
Oh yeah. Hopefully I can get time off work, but I gotta support her.
Right. Is this? I had one. Is this a full-time thing that you do then? I mean, how do you?
Lately, yes.
Lately, yes. Okay. Do any of the? Which do you have? I mean, I know you're probably excited about them all, but do you have any one book in particular that you're that's your baby or anything like that? You know.
It would have to be the mystery romance.
The mystery romance. So does that?
It was the very first one I started to write.
Okay.
That I had intentions of trying to publish.
Okay. And was that you've actually wrote that one about 3 to 4 years ago, correct?
I started it about 3 to 4 years ago.
When did you finish it? Just out of curiosity.
About last March or
March.
so.
Wow. So you've been working on this. It's been kind of a long work in progress. Is there parts of your life in it? Because I know the mystery. I mean, is it kind of
Every feeling in the book is a feeling I was feeling at the time.
Oh, okay. So this will be something that you can really sit down and read. You're really hoping others can just, I love reading a book that can kind of get in and, it makes you feel it, like get to use your imagination. Do you think the readers really get that? Is that what you're going for there? Okay. Is there any exact points you'd like to express there about the book? Nothing you think of an exact? We'll just have to get the book, I guess, and read it, huh?
You're going to have to read it.
All right. And so have you got any plans? Is this what you plan on doing for a living, if possible?
Yes.
Or just continue to write your novels? And you got anything that's just starting up, perhaps, at all that you'd maybe talk about a little bit? Or
I have a couple new children's books I'm working on.
All right. So with the children's books, is that what you're mostly going for with safety? Because this is a very important thing. Kids just. I was just excited to get to the bus, man. That was all I cared about. So I could ride with mom and dad. Get to ride the bus. What is the exact process for that? I mean.
More of the safety aspect.
Okay. Do you think it's pretty easy for the kids to really get? Is it pretty you think you really get it across them pretty easily, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Did your son enjoy reading it, or?
Yes.
Okay. Does he have one of those books you're stuck reading every night before going to bed? Is it kind of like
that? He would like to, but I won't.
Yeah.
I make him switch it up a little bit.
All right. So I think actually we're gonna take a break real quick, and we'll be right back after this. Little kids be able to really realize that, hey, you need to be really careful. I mean, I don't really remember what I thought when I did that back then, but it is a big thing if you think about
just
it.
Being a parent and wanting to keep your own child safe.
Dorothy, you actually had a question for us back there in the back. Do you have a question for her? Go ahead, speak up so we can hear you.
It's much like what he asked. What gives you your idea to put on paper? Is it a personal experience?
A lot of times, yeah.
So that's what inspires you, just life events, and you just kind of put them down there?
Yeah.
Linda, did you have one for us? Or?
Yeah, my question is, what is the age limit of your target audience? You say it's a children's book, but what age?
Probably like 2nd, 3rd grade, maybe a little older.
Terry?
Is it written from the viewpoint of a little boy or a little girl or the bus?
Just from a child's viewpoint.
Okay.
Do any of you have any other questions? We didn't tell her about this, but any of you have any questions about her other novel? She has a novel. It's not actually out yet, but we do have the other one, the Trust Only No One. It's a romance novel, and I just wondering, maybe perhaps Steve, you may know a little more about it, maybe you can start the questions off the way.
Just your excitement level about your new novel, and maybe a little bit about what it's about. Just maybe a little clues. I know we want to keep everyone on the edge of their seats, but maybe just a little clue about a sentence or two of what it's based
on. A tale of misfortune and events.
Unfortunate events? Is that what you said? Unfortunate events?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
it's a love mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's got to be good. She kept it under lock and key for a very long time. So,
so not even. It could be about the husband.
Right. You don't even know. Yeah. Once it releases,
pretty secret project.
right.
Do you have any advice? I know you didn't want to do this, but I can't help but feel this for what the show is about. some little kids somewhere, maybe do you have anything you offer just kind of any encouragement? I mean, just, maybe they want to be an author or a writer, you know, can you give them anything that way as a little kid saying at home, like, oh man, look at this, you know, she just started out, you know, is there anything you can give them, any words of encouragement, anything like that?
Follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams, that's a good thing. So, what about you, Terry? Do we have any questions for Terry here? Or, I'm sorry, not Terry, Shayne. Do you have any questions for Shayne? What is it like getting to watch your wife fulfill her dreams like that? What's that like for you?
It's inspiring.
Yeah.
When we first met, she was hesitant to tell me about her book writing. She, didn't think I was quite going to go along with it. But since day one, I'm like, you know what, do it. Do it. It's your passion. I want you to do it. And she's done it. And she loves doing it. And
I was going to say, because I don't know about you guys, but I know quite a few people that do, right? I think a lot of us, we get talking, oh yeah, I have a story. So maybe, if you don't try to do something, like you said, just go for it. Like she said, follow your dreams. The answer's kind of no if you never get it out there. So don't be afraid to do what she did. Pull up the yellow pages and go looking through there and find a publishing company of some sort and just get it out there. And, do we have any other questions? Anybody at all? Any questions?
What's home life like when DC gets writer's block?
Not bad.
No, that's just.
The 4-year-old keeps you busy with that one.
So I have one other question for you guys. Is there anything in particular that you have taken away from your experience, maybe in life as you've been writing? Is there anything you think you've grown in or gotten stronger in your life? Has it helped you in any way? I heard some people thought the last lady we had on, she said writing was the most therapeutic for her in a way. Did you find that to be true for yourself at all in any way, shape, or form? Or did it make you a little more bold in anything, or no?
A little more bold in expressing my feelings.
Okay. Right. So some writers find this. Did you feel really free? I don't know. Are you a pretty outgoing person or not really? Are you? What would you say, Shayne?
I think that just kind of answers it.
Yeah.
She's a little bit of an introvert. She needs to be coursed a little bit, but other than that, yeah.
So writing is definitely a freedom for your release where you can just go in and, hey, whatever I want to say, whatever I want to express, you can just put that on paper.